Anyway, what we do have is a best of 3 here, though. Between 2 lovely players in the bottom right side. Let's introduce this handsome fella first and foremost. Well, I call him a fella. Some people call him the machine. He's the Red Terran player. He is Innovation. Designed to be a mastermind in StarCraft II. In the top left side, there's a man going for a drone scout. He is the Blue Zerg. He is Alpha Axis RAGNAROK. Somebody that is streaming a lot on the Twitch arenas as well. So if you want to head on over there and check him out, say hi, what's up. That is definitely a nice thing to be able to do as well. Bitterwood doing surveys for us right now as well. Very much appreciate it. My man. Helping out in every way you can. That's what we like to see. You know what? This doesn't look like a drone scout anymore. He is going to go for the hatch block. Alright, okay. Now, this is something we've been seeing Cyril do versus Clem. Right, in the DreamHack matches. So, this is going to be interesting. Did Innovation even scout this so far? It looks like he did. What is his reaction going to be? He's still going to go for the Reaper. Now, the Reaper doesn't do that much damage versus the hatchery. It doesn't really allow you to have much of a follow-up either, I suppose. Well, unless you want to just go scout across the map with the Reaper and let this hatchery finish. But then, you know, it's going to start spreading creep. It's going to just sit there. Some nasty things can get made out of it. Just a frustrating thing overall. But yeah, the Reaper, of course, costing some gas. Takes a bit longer to build than a Marine, so... bit unfortunate here. It's going to go for the Marine instead. There we go. And even making a bunker. Just in case the Marine is not going to get close enough to the hatchery to shoot it. Bunker will add 1 range to it as well. Interesting. There is the factory as well. Now, is Ragnarok going to go for any type of roach attack behind this? That is the question, isn't it? I don't see it so far. Looks like things are just kind of staying regular for the time being. Ooh, is he going to get this Reaper? Oh, the circling's not going the right way. Not sure if he would have gotten it if the circlings went over here, but got pretty darn close there. Is this live or is it cast from a vault? It is live. It is completely live. You know, having a good time watching everything. Triple command center here from Innovation. It's alive! Ooh. And this hatchery, I mean, it's annoying, it's frustrating to deal with, but you know what? It's gonna get taken care of eventually. Slowing down the economy here for Innovation ever so slightly. I say slightly. Let's take a look at that income graph, actually. I guess some mules are kicking in here. How many mules do we have? We have 2 mules, alright. And there's some long distance mining going on as well. So that's kind of mitigating the amount of overall lost mining that's going on here. Lava also gonna get picked off here, of course. People already making their bets in the chat as well. Couple of Innos. I can't say I blame you, Inno. He is quite the frightful player, isn't he? Ragnarok has been getting better as well, though. In a best of 3, like I said before, wouldn't be surprised if he just manages to take it. Honestly, even against somebody like Innovation, Ragnarok has been making a lot of headway. But will he be able to take on Innovation? That's the real question. Maybe that's just hopeful thinking. Maybe that's just, you know what, me being a little bit partial towards Ragnarok as well, because he is on the same team as I. But, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Won't we? We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. Innovation starting off with some Hellion aggression behind this, going into the bio. Ragnarok, he did manage to secure that 3 base economy rather nicely, but not very far on the drone count at the time. I mean, he did spend 300 minerals there to get that hatchery going. And that is cutting into your own production, of course, as well. That's 300 minerals you're not using to make drones, or a little bit of a quicker queen to get the injections going, stuff like this. It's going to slow down your own build-up of drones as well. Your own tech route has to come out of somewhere, right? Supply depot walls, all the good stuff. Double upgrades here for innovation as well, as that third base has flown over. Looks like he will be just going for the regular macro play here, together with some siege tanks to back it up with. The Overlord killing machine over here, trying to catch whatever balloons he can. Let's see, he may actually get a couple more. Queens here will need to get into a good position to try and stop that from happening. I think he should have a bit of transfuse energy here, right? Yes, he does. Just needs to get there in time. He's waddle over there. Yeah, that's a dead Overlord again. Okay, 3 Overlords there. Viking a bit too happy going forward as well. I like the Evo created artificial choke here, but... Artificial... it almost sounded like I said artichoke. But an artificial choke point there. Queens will be able to pluck that hole very quickly. It's a lot of creep to miss. Instantly dead though. On the left side, innovation looking to push through. There's already baning speed. We have double upgrades going as well for Ragnarok, so these units should be pretty darn strong at dealing with this type of stuff. Really does not want to lose this base though. That siege tank behind all the Hellions make this very difficult. On the one hand, you kind of want the couple of links to lead. At the same time, oh, coming in from behind as well. Some banelings right there. Moving backwards after getting the siege tank. Oh, rotating around again. Trying to catch innovation off guard perhaps with a quick sudden turnaround. Innovation not falling for it. We'll be able to pick up those marines. It's going to go even deeper into Zerg territory though. With Mutalisk on the way, that could become a problem. As they are halfway done right now, he still has the opportunity to just get out of here. Get out of harm's way. That's what he's doing. Although he's bringing more medevacs over, so... Is he going to overstay his welcome here? I'm not completely certain. And you know what? As long as he gets positive trades here, it shouldn't really matter too much, right? As long as he gets those positive trades, which so far he is definitely doing. Those Widow Mines will help that situation out as well quite nicely. There are missile turrets already available. See, no upgrades for the Mutalisk just quite yet either, so repair is going to be very strong on the missile turret there. Okay, innovation backs up with this aggression. Not a bad idea. Overall, you could get caught off guard there with those Mutalisks. Could be the case that the Zerglings and the Banelings are also coming across the fields, trying to get that counterattack going, and that could have been troublesome at that moment in time. But innovation did move everything backwards. Ragnarok was still in his own base here. Widowmine drop, not finding too much here. Oh, quick burrow there with the drilling class. We'll be able to help out a little bit there. Get at least a Mutalisk. Doesn't make it entirely worth it, but still. The RT choke. One day when Artosis does like martial arts and he becomes like a WWE wrestler, he's gonna make the RT choke. Where he has a chokehold where he has... I'm not sure how it would work, but it needs to look like an artichoke. Anyway, regardless, innovation moving in here. Coming through the choke here. Here's some reasonable Baneling connections there. Not just getting a lot of the Marines, but also getting pretty much all of the Widow Mines that were available here. A little bit too far forward there for innovation, and that can happen very quickly. Alright, enough Banelings here, it looks like, to clean this up, but the Thor is still a very scary thing as well. Base needs to stay alive. A couple of SCVs did get picked off also. And this push does get held off for the time being, but reinforcements already coming in, of course. Innovation, he never tires, he never sleeps. Continuously clicking those production keys, will be continuing forwards with the Marine train here. Let's see if he will have enough this time around. Banelings a lot lower in the count right now. Widow Mines need to get some reasonable connections here, or get cleaned up by a couple of Zerglings or Banelings. There we go, they are set off right now. An entire pickup of this army here from Innovation. A bit surprising, not gonna lie, but the boost will get them to safety. At least most of the units there. For a moment I thought that was just gonna get slaughtered by the Mutalisk, as most of those medevacs were already in the red HP. And this is starting to get a bit dicey for Ragnarok, I'd say. He keeps just trading on this one location here. And every time it seems like he has less and less stuff to really deal with this unless he gets good connections. There's no Widow Mines here either. More Mutalisk are floating around behind this as well. And yeah, the attack for Innovation now even standing more strong. The Mutalisk weren't there to help out, trying to intercept reinforcements, but at the same time allowing this frontal attack, the spearhead of the push here, get a lot more damage done. All those Banelings as well. Those were pretty much the last resort Banelings here for Ragnarok. They did get picked off as well. The supplies not looking all too pretty for our Alpha X Zerg, who is on the back foot right now. Mutalisk still intercepting Marines. Widow Mines everything that it can get. So it did manage to cut off the head of this attack, but the head is still biting pretty darn strong here. Let's see if Ragnarok manages to get these Baneling connections that he needs. Oh, the Widow Mines! The Widow Mines ruined the day here for the Blue Zerg. And Innovation is very happy with this one. Should be able to take it from this point onwards. GG is inevitable, I would say. But the Mutalisks are coming back. Ragnarok, he's a tough cookie to crack. He will not just give up so easily. But as soon as these Mutalisks kind of get pummeled. Oh, well, you know what? It gets the Thor inside of the medevac, but yeah, there we go. GG. There it is. Innovation. Taking game number 1. Surprising? Not really. Not really, right? We probably, most of us expecting that to happen right there. But, yeah, so what went wrong for Ragnarok there? I'm not sure if the proxy hatch was worth it in a way. You know, it was cool to see this happening for what we saw in the Serral versus Clem games, where Serral kind of implemented a little bit more of a mind game behind it, going for the rush tactics, right? A lot of roaches coming in all of a sudden and trying to take advantage of the attack route that he forced Clem into. In this situation here, though, Ragnarok kind of did the blocking of the hatchery there, or well, the command center, and yeah, just did regular stuff behind it. So it almost felt like Innovation was just allowed to go ahead and make all his regular stuff. Sure, he wasn't mining as efficiently for a little bit there, but it didn't seem to slow him down too much. He still had his 3 command centers, all pumping out SCVs, and it looked pretty darn strong for him, right? His economy didn't waver too much. We were looking at the income graph, and I thought we would see more of a dip there into Ragnarok's territory, but really wasn't much. Really wasn't much. It peaked up to 300s there, and then that is just it. That's just it. Thank you guys for the kind words. Much appreciated. On my Twitch account, yeah, I do most streaming on Trovo right now, which is a different platform. There's some nice money to be made over there, or at least nicer money than Twitch overall. It's gonna be a cool day in hell when I ever get myself a partnership with Twitch. Trovo a bit easier to do there. But yeah, much appreciated, guys. Much appreciated. Following on Twitch. Alright, fine. Anyway, game number 2, Romanticide. We're looking to see if Ragnarok will be able to get himself a tied-up series here. versus innovation of all people. Could be that he just starts to open up the aggression here straight off the bat. Will he go more so for the macro build again? Is he going to go for a hatchery block inside of the natural here once more? We'll have to wait and see. Could be fun actually to see another one of those hatchery blocks, and then he goes into the aggression, kind of try and mess with innovation's headspace there. But it would be a bold play. It would be quite the bold play. In the top left side, we got ourselves a red Terran player fighting for the Kaisi Gamers. He is Innovation. In the bottom right side, there he is, that blue Zerg. The Wild Man himself. Wait, didn't they call Bjorn or something the Wild Man in GSL? I don't even remember. Anyway, RAGNAROK, a pretty wild man himself. He's from Alpha X. He is RAGNAROK. I already said his name 3 times now. Well done, Kozen. Introducing players in a way that even the deafest of people will understand. His name is RAGNAROK. Right, getting that second hatchery this time around. No drone running across the fields here. Bit more of the standard play. Bit more of the standard play. Which is what I'm hoping to see more of here for RAGNAROK in the upcoming series as well. Reaper fast expand for innovation. Grows more powerful the more you say his name. Reggie RAGNAROK. It was kind of funny. Yesterday, RAGNAROK was streaming, right? And we were just done with another one of these groups for this tournament. Wait, was it yesterday? I think it was 2 days ago, actually. Yeah, yesterday was the Trovo Weekly. It was on Friday, and we were hosting RAGNAROK, or raiding him, with the Alpha X main channel. And RAGNAROK quickly, he kind of looked shocked, you know, in a good way, right? He was like, oh, thank you. And then he looked over at his stream and he was like, oh no. And he quickly just started pressing buttons, and suddenly we saw Alpha X logos pop up on his stream. He forgot to turn on the overlay, and he was in a little bit of flustered right there. He's a fun guy. He's a funny guy. Just being like, oh, I forgot. Alright, here we are. Bit of a skerfuffle here. RAGNAROK, very small movement there with the Zerglings, actually. But it worked out fairly well. If you're gonna get that creep tumor down. Not bad, not bad. Innovation, he was busy making more command centers at home. Getting the factory and the reactor as well. Yeah, Innovation, this is just a new way Terrans are playing this, right? Terrans are just being so incredibly greedy. They are making that third CC in pretty much all the matchups except for TVT. Well, maybe even then sometimes, right? It's a little bit more punishable, though, in TVT, I feel like, than in the other matchups. In TVC, you can just get yourself those Hellions, which very, very nicely secure you against the Zerglings. The Reaper keeps an eye out in case there's any roaches coming across. If there are roaches coming across, you have a quick adjustment. You can make a Banshee, you can start making the bunkers, stuff like this. It's a safe way of doing things, right? And for everybody like me, myself, that like the macro games in StarCraft II, we should be pretty darn happy about this, so... What? It's nice. It's nice to see Terrans getting this greedy. I believe someday we'll even see again here the triple hatch before anything else from Zergs as well. If Terran keep being this greedy, maybe a little bit too much to ask. Maybe we may be over greeding at that point, but would be fun. Would be fun to see. All right, this Overlord's here. Gonna be able to scout out what is happening. Check that third CC. Sees that there's no add-on here on the starport either. And sees the Liberator even. So that's a good catch right there. Already making Spore Crawlers though. Putting them in some alright positions. And there's that artichoke again. To Evo Chambers. Ready to hold off the front lines there of the Hellion harassment. Liberator, where is it going to be able to set up? It still has some opportunities here, right? Oh my dear lord, are you kidding me? Oh, this is rough. Okay, well, there's no creep spread at all whatsoever in the main base, so this queen needs to start waddling. Oh, the Hellions as well coming in at the same time. They do get handled rather nicely, but it looks like the drone pool was a little bit late because of this. 4 workers do go down, and that's all of the Liberator's work. Those Hellions all getting picked off as well, so I'd say that is making this less painful here for Ragnarok, right? Did manage to get rid of those very strong harassment units. It's going to allow him to get some more creep spread going, also. Very important to do against those later game pushes that are inevitably coming out here from the 5 Rex innovation. And already cleaning up rocks as well. Now that is a man that is preparing for a fight. Grabbing that 4th Baneling Nest. Melee upgrades and the carapace here all coming out for Ragnarok. He is going full on into those circling Baneling style again. A little bit later with the Mutalisk, as we saw in the previous game also, but his economy, let's take a look at his economy. It's going back and forth, right? It's not really in anybody's favor just quite yet. Ragnarok, does he have an opportunity here to perhaps get himself a couple more drones? He's making a lot of Zerglings. He's already had 38. He's making 24 more. He's getting a lot of tech as well. He's going for the Hydralisk instead of a Spire here. Definitely a good way to play this. This Liberator. Ooh, that is a Spore Crawler, Mr. Liberator. Yep, he did not see that one. See. Love to see Wardy and Kozen co-cast together. Man, if he would ever want to co-cast with me, I would be so down. Oh, this is a big counter-attack. That's a lot of links right here. Now we see why he actually made that links, and GG is just called like that. Innovation. Wow. My god. Alright, well, that was something else. He's just like, oh, well, never mind. He left this entire front door open and, well, the circling barbarians just ran on through. Okay. I was thinking to myself, like, does Ragnarok really need this amount of links? Couldn't he have gotten away with getting more drones in this situation? You know, get himself a bit of a better economy, really get that going. I guess this is the way to do it, guys. This is the way to do it. Just make more links and have enough to defend at home, and then just run the rest of them straight through the front door. Well then, that could have backfired severely, of course. I mean, if there was maybe 2 Widow Mines there, if the Marines were positioned correctly inside of the wall without everything being left open, that could have backfired in that situation as well. But this is why Ragnarok is the wild man, isn't he? This is why he's the real wild man. I don't know who the GSL called the wild man before, but it's nothing like a real wild man. Anyway. Let me read back up here again. Both of them cast. Wardy is great. Yeah, Wardy is fantastic. Much love to Rushy as well. He's a great caster. Him and Kozen together have got some great energy and casting. Man, that's so nice. People are so nice today. Jesus. Chibi weeby. Not used to this. Very uncomfortable. But yeah, Rushy does such a good job, man. He's fantastic at all of the production as well. Always on top of things, always just on the backhand, you know, as I'm trying to fill some time. Sometimes he just has everything under control in that sense, and wonderfully done, wonderfully done. Sometimes this antivirus does come into play as well, which he's not too keen on, but you know what? Yeah, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Imagine not closing your door when there's a vicious alien race on your doorstep. Yeah, that is a problem, isn't it? That is a problem. Get this scoreboard up and rolling. There we go. Innovation in the top right side here. The Red Terran. What's he up to? What's he doing? He's, well, this could either be scouting for a proxy hatchery, or it could be a proxy barracks. Alright. In the bottom left side, Blue Zerg. He's fighting for Alpha X. He is RAGNAROK. Gonna get himself a proxy 2 Rex right now. 2 SCVs already moving. I forgot to mention, by the way, he is from Kaizi Gaming. Mr. Innovation here. Better do some couple of zooms to really validate that point. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Innovation, he just rushed towards that Overlord, and then just in front of him, he was like, alright, well, this is the place. He'll never come here, right? To be fair, this is an awkward angle for that Overlord to go through, right? You would not expect an Overlord to just make the pathway straight to your base, because that's not where Proxy Rex are most of the time. GG is gone! Oh, I'm sorry.